Hi, hello, welcome or welcome back. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today. You guys, if you watch my currently videos, have watched me bang on about the amazingness of my planner and how much I love it. I also talk quite a lot about how much I love my planner over on Instagram, and I've had a lot of people asking various different questions about it. So today I thought I would just do a really simple flip through video of 6 months in my planner. So it'll take you from July through to Christmas, through to like December, and just show you the different ways I've used my planner and the way I've designed my planner. I don't want to bang on too much because it's obviously 6 months worth that I need to show you, so it's going to take me a while to get through all that, but I do just want to explain a little bit more about my planner. I use a happy planner which is by the brand Mambi, or which is short for Me and My Big Ideas. I have used a happy planner on and off for a few years now. I think I had my first one about 3 or 4 years ago, but it's only really in the last year or so that I've massively got into decorative planning. Now, decorative planning I think is either something you get or you don't get. I like decorative planning because I'm a very visual learner. Like I remember stuff visually. I can remember where I've seen things and that sort of thing. And I find that for me, to make it visually interesting means that I remember things that I need to get done more. Also, because it's pretty, I'm more inclined to open it up and check it and use it to kind of check things off that I've done. And it's just nice to have a chance to do something really creative. So I generally sit down over a weekend and I create the week to come so that it looks really pretty and I can plan out what I've got going on, and I just feel like I'm more on the ball that way. I am conscious, as I said at the beginning, that I've got 6 months worth of planner that I want to flip through, so I'm going to keep this intro as short and concise as I can. But if you are new around here and you have come over here for the first time, possibly because I'm sharing planner content which I haven't done before, then hi, I am Lucy. I'm a mum of 4, which is why I need my planner, because I have 4 little people's schedules to keep organised. As I'm flipping through my planner, do let me know which ones stand out to you and which ones you are a big fan of. And if you are into planner stuff and you'd like to see more of it, I've got a dedicated Instagram account for my planner and I'll pop the link to it here so that you can go and check that out. And I'm going to crack on now with showing you the planner. This is the planner that I use. It was an Amy Tangerine collaboration with the Happy Planner. So Happy Planner do all sorts of different styles and designs, but this is the one that I've got. This one runs June to June, or like July to June. So I'm going to flip you through 6 months. So I'm going to do July to December to show you just kind of an idea of how I use my planner and what I put in it. Front page, just kind of overview pages. And so this is the start of my July. There's a little kind of section here which has got kind of highlights and bits of the month. These are all blank. This is because I do have plans to put some memory keeping photos and stuff in this section, and I just haven't had a chance to go back and do them yet, so they're all blank as I go through the planner at the moment. Each month starts, my monthly spreads are quite similar in that I kind of use rainbow colours across the spread normally, and I just put in everything: school trips, not errands so much, but like I basically put everything in these. So school trips, days out, clubs, various different things that the children have to do, it all goes in here. It's mainly stuff that the children have to do, to be honest. And then I refer back to it throughout the month so that I know what to put in. So this is my first proper weekly spread in this planner. This one is really plain. There's quite a lot of white space in it for me. This is because at the beginning of this week we were in Disneyland, and at the end of this week we were at Drayton Manor theme park. So I tend to find that when I'm really busy, I don't actually use my planner that much because I don't have time. I tend to use my planner more when we're at home and I can kind of keep on top of all the various different bits and pieces that we have to get done. So this is quite a quiet spread for me. I've even left the entire sidebar empty, which is quite unlike me as well. So this is basically just a record of what we did that week. And this one is very similar. Again, there's quite a lot of white space in here. We were busy. There was lots of different things going on that week. And I just wanted to kind of document what we'd done. This is more like what my spreads normally look like. I really love this one. This was the tissue paper that my planner came wrapped in when I ordered it. and I just thought it was a really pretty colourful addition, so I popped that along the top, and then some other various different stickers. This is more like a kind of standard spread for me, so I've got boxes for the various different activities that are going on during the week, and then I've got to-do lists of things that I need to remember to do. I also had a rolling kind of overview to-do list, so this is more kind of like daily stuff like washing and housework and stuff, and this is more like things I actually need to remember to do, like buy gifts. This is like a week of 2 halves. This is busy. This is a lot more like what my planner would normally look like. This first half of the week the kids were still at school, but it was the last week of term, so there was all sorts of things I needed to remember, places I needed to take them, things we needed to do, whereas the second half of this week is the beginning of the summer holidays. So on here I've got, like I said before, like a rolling to-do list at the side of kind of more important general jobs, and then on each page there's specific things I need to remember, like the kids needed packed lunches on specific days, presents I needed to bring in, all that sort of thing. And then there's work tasks on here, so there's videos I needed to edit, invoices I needed to send, general things like painting the fence. I don't know whether I actually got around to doing that or not because I haven't ticked it off. And in the boxes are specific activities, so we've got parties and cinema and all those sorts of things. That's the month done. Obviously this is blank. So this is another one of my monthly spreads. It's for August. This one, because we were now into the summer holidays, I had a lot less activities and routine stuff like clubs and all those sorts of things to remember. So this, over the summer holidays, I definitely used it more as a to-do list. I tried to put kind of whatever the highlight of the day is through the sort of middle bit, so whether it was somewhere we were going, something we needed to remember to do, all those sorts of things. And then where the hearts are, I've got my various different to-dos for the day. I'd obviously given myself a rolling to-do list that week and then not used it, probably because all of the children were off school. Yeah, because by this week I've scrapped the rolling to-do list and just gone for decorative in the sidebar. I loved this spread. This was really, I felt like it was really summery but still rainbowy, because I don't know if you've noticed that all my spreads are rainbowy. I just liked the fact that this kind of felt really tropical and warm and summery. I started playing around at this point with some of my lettering and trying to vary up, trying to get some sort of cursive in. It's actually quite funny looking back at this now because I just think the cursive looks awful. But I've got a mixture of kind of some to-do lists and things that I needed to remember to do, as well as stuff that was going on, places that we were going, things we were doing. Yeah, I really like that spread. It's a nice summery feeling spread, I think. This one was definitely a favourite of mine. So I had a whole sheet of fruit stickers that just so happened to be in different rainbow colours, and I love how this one turned out. It was obviously the summer holidays, so I was, by this point of the summer holidays, clearly I was feeling like I needed to get back on top of things. So where I didn't have very much to-dos here, I've got lots here. Various different things I had going on, but I've also used it to kind of make a note of things like we've had a lazy day, we cancelled our farm trip because the weather wasn't very good. And again, I was playing around with some of my cursive script to kind of make it look a bit more interesting. This spread might not be the prettiest one, but I found this one really functional. So all along the bottom, I put work tasks that I needed to be on top of. These are life tasks that I needed to be on top of. And then at the top is kind of activities and things that were going on. It actually worked really, really well. It was very, very organised. And then down the side, this side, I've got things I was grateful for, which is a really nice thing. When I first started with my planner, before this one, I used to do a daily gratitude. It did get a little bit repetitive, but it's quite nice to kind of put in a weekly gratitude. In fact, I might start doing that again. Just a couple of things that I'm really grateful for, and then some just general things I needed to buy and sort out down here. This spread is still one of my absolute favourites. I loved this kind of like cascade of rainbow ice creams. It just screams summer, doesn't it? And then there's the simplicity of all the black frame boxes. I also use this to kind of record memories, as well as, because it was summer holidays, so I've got various activities going on, but I've also got things like that the kids had a movie night, that we had the ice cream man, and all sorts of things like that. It's just really nice to kind of have a combination of activities and then memories. Now we're getting into September, so it's going to start getting busier again. I obviously redid the thing with the tissue paper because I thought it was really pretty, and I did a colourful box for all the activities. This is actually a really quiet week for me, but this was back to school week, which is probably why, because I was just probably super busy. So I have got a rolling to-do list down the side of stuff I needed to get done, but I haven't got a great deal of jobs day to day because I obviously had other stuff going on. This one, I loved doing this spread. This actually started out life as a monochrome spread. I was going to just stick with black and white, but I wimped out at the last minute. I love colours too much. So I put in the sort of coloured to-do list stickers to help me with all the stuff that was going on. There is a lot on this. We've got lots and lots of different to-dos, things to be picked up. There's an awful lot that isn't ticked off, which makes you wonder whether I ever remembered to do them or not. And then I love these stickers that look like a kind of post-it note with a push pin in. They were really cute because I put those down for various different activities that we had going on during the week. This was Everly's birthday week, so I let her have a quick flip through my sticker books and pick some stickers that she liked, and needless to say, she went for the most crazy, colourful, bright ones. Again, I had daily to-do lists to tick things off because we always had lots of things to remember because she had a birthday party that week. So down in the sidebar, I've just, rather than having a rolling to-do list, I've just got birthday party prep down here. And then all the various different other things that we had going on during the week. I loved doing a little sort of special bit up here with her name and age and stuff, and all the details of her party down here. This one is kind of a similar format to ones that we've seen before. So I've got kind of activities at one side and to-do lists the other, and then I've swapped it. So we've got all the activities, top and bottom, and then we've got all the to-do lists, the opposite. I find that I like to have a mixture of the activities we have going on and the to-do list that we have going on, because that's the easiest way that I find to make sure that I keep on top of everything. I've left myself a rolling to-do list this week that I clearly haven't used, probably because I've got quite a lot of to-dos dotted around through the planner. That happens some weeks. Some weeks I go back and fill them in, sometimes I don't. Now we're into October. I really like this monthly spread. I didn't use a coloured pen, which is quite unlike me, but I did like that kind of marked out half term. I thought it was really cute. And I don't know whether I did it in the other months. Yeah, I used the sidebar on my monthly planner to record things that I've really loved that month, to record like various different memories. So obviously for October I had a Halloween party and the kids were in a show, but in the month before there was days out that we did and things that we'd enjoyed. So I try and kind of use just that sidebar. I obviously didn't do it in July, but I definitely have been doing that since, to record things that I particularly liked that month. This one I had a whole set of floral stickers in the different colours of the rainbow that I thought was cute. Again, I've left my sidebar. I think I started using my sidebar differently, if you keep watching, because I had basically stopped using it for to-dos because I'd started putting more to-dos into my spread at this point. And again, I've got colourful boxes to kind of demonstrate the various different activities that we had going on, and then I've got to-do lists to tick off all the activities that we need to do. This spread I absolutely love. This one is definitely up there as one of my favourites. This was Rich and Quinn's birthday week, so their birthdays are close together, but they don't always fall in the same week. But this year they did, so I wanted to kind of have a spread that kind of suited them both, really. So I felt like trainers was kind of not too girly to suit Rich's birthday, but not too boyish for Quinn's. So, and they're obviously in rainbow colours, and I used boxes. Again, that's kind of I definitely got in a habit of doing that a lot, using boxes for activities and then the gaps in between for other to-dos. But this particular week I just had an awful lot going on, because even the gaps in between are reminders of things we need to do, places we need to be, and then I use this side down here for my rolling to-do list. This one is a bit of an autumnal take on that ice cream spread. I did this myself. I drew all the leaves in and coloured them in because autumn leaves don't come in rainbow colours, but I wanted rainbow leaves. And then I used the black boxes for the activities and then all the space in between. This particular week I didn't use the space in between for to-do lists because I was using my rolling to-do lists down here. I used the space in between for kind of memories and stuff, or things I need to remember. So things like Rich was picking up Everly, or that we changed plans, or I visited my nan, or various different stuff. So the squares are kind of the booked in routine stuff, and then the bits in between are the things that I kind of popped up and wanted to remember. This week I originally left these spaces for my to-do list. This is an example of how sometimes it doesn't go the way you think. So I had filled up hearts on kind of alternate boxes. I'd put all my booked in activities through the middle, and then I'd left these gaps for my to-do lists. But this week descended into chaos. So I had Wylder in A&E, Rich ended up having to go to a funeral, there was a non-people day, and basically I ended up using those gaps just to record things because, again, like I said before, if I'm having a really, really busy week, I don't actually end up using my planner as much because I don't have time to pick it up and sort it out because I'm too busy kind of living life and getting on with stuff. Now, this was my Halloween spread. I don't particularly like Halloween, but I felt like I needed to represent Halloween in my spread. So I drew in some pumpkins and obviously coloured them in rainbow colours. This was also half-term week, so the kids were off school, so I did it a lot more for kind of memory planning. I have learned basically that if the kids are off school, there is almost no point in having a to-do list, or if I have a to-do list, I have it on a separate piece of paper that I clip in and out because it's all just a bit more chaotic when everybody is at home. So I've just literally got events and stuff in. I tried this week to not use boxes because I get a bit heavily reliant on my boxes, so this time I drew my own boxes in. I need to do that a bit more, I think. Get a bit reliant on those box stickers, but I like how this one turned out. It was kind of colourful and Halloweeny and fun. I'm into November, so again I've gone for, this is obviously all the things I had going on in November and then some various different decor. November looks busy when I look at the planner like this. This week again I've gone for that rolling to-do list at the side, and then I've got various different rainbow stickers. These are a combination of stickers from the Brights mega sticker pack, like the big value one, and from the Radiate Positivity sticker pack, which I think definitely are two of my favourites. And again, I've got some sort of to-do. At the beginning of the week I was clearly busier and I had stuff reminders, but I didn't have to-dos, and then I've obviously added some weekend to-dos because we tend to get a lot more stuff done at weekends. This spread, when I did it, I loathed it straight away. I was not a fan of it. I don't think pastels is my bag. I much prefer bright colours, but it ended up being super functional for me, so I kind of had to eat my words in the end. So in the coloured boxes I've got my to-do lists for every single day, and then in the spaces I've got various different activities. So as you can see from the sheer amount of activities that I've got on this week, I needed functionality on my side. And this is an example of a week where I was busy, but I did use my planner a lot. So if I'm really, really busy, I normally don't reach for it, but this was one of those busy weeks where I just was busy in respect of I had lots of things to remember. So I've used my planner a lot on that week, and there's a lot of ticks and stuff, so I was clearly being really efficient that week. This week would definitely be an example of a week I wasn't picking my planner up very much. I'm not even entirely sure why, because it doesn't look that busy, but I've got activities are kind of flagged with the little coloured triangles and things I need to remember, and then the gaps in between have clearly been left for to-do lists, and then I haven't to-doed anything, so that's all a bit blank. But I do love the contrast of like lots of black with the pops of colour. That's definitely one of my kind of go-to things that I do quite a bit. This one, I loved the idea of this in my head with the kind of splodges, but it kind of ended up looking a bit like a caterpillar, and I didn't end up being a massive fan of it. But I did like the different colourful boxes, again with all the activities in, and this time I'd gone for, again, a rolling to-do list down the side. I know at this point I was actually using a separate clip-in to do for the daily stuff I need to remember, like washing and ironing and all that kind of thing. So that's why this is kind of a bit clearer on the to-dos. December, I'm so excited for my December. I had a set of stickers that gave me like a daily countdown that I stuck all through this monthly spread so that I could have a daily countdown. And we obviously had loads of things going on because Christmas with kids is busy. And I loved doing a whole month of Christmassy spreads. I think this one, I feel like I maybe peaked too soon. This one was a favourite. So I drew in all these trees along the bottom and coloured them, and I just think they are just beautiful. I'm really proud of this one. And then they look like they're black on the camera, but I used gold boxes, and then I've got gold stars on top of the trees as well. and the gold boxes have got all the different activities we've got going on. And then during December I used my sidebar differently, and I use it to collect kind of memories and things that I wanted to remember about our Christmas. I get all kind of emotional about Christmas and like to remember all the memories, so I popped those in that bar. I think I did that every week in December actually. Yep, this time it was kind of gratitudes, but again it's just cute memories from that week. This time I did strings of Christmas lights. I really love how this one turned out as well, and I used different rainbow boxes again for all the activities. It's a bit of a kind of rolling theme of mine, isn't it? So I definitely know that throughout December I had a to-do list that I moved week to week because it was so ram-packed full of stuff I needed to remember that I was clipping it in, and then when I turned the page I was clipping the same one in again and moving it through the planner, which is one of the reasons I like the disc-bound system of Happy Planner, where you can pull the pages in and out. This week was baubles. I had all my to-do lists at the bottom, and what I originally did was I left these top boxes that every single day had a bauble that was empty, and I was going to put all the activities in there. But by this time in the year, most of the kids' clubs had already broken up for Christmas, and we only had a couple of random things going on, and the kids broke up for school that week. So at the end of the week I actually ended up going back and putting stickers in to kind of fill it up, because I hadn't ended up using it for activities the way I thought I was going to. But as you can see, I had a really busy week with to-do lists, and then up to Christmas, and this was obviously my nice memories I was enjoying in the run up to Christmas. So this one was just full of Christmassy memories. I don't know if you can see, it's like shimmery washi tape that I used to create these trees. I wasn't going to put loads of to-dos on Christmas week because that's not what Christmas is about. You've got a lot going on for Christmas, but it's all about those memories. So I've just used the boxes to record things that we were doing. Again, I've started playing around with my lettering, which has definitely been something I've been trying to do more of this year. So I've got a record of what's going on each day, and then not a lot else really, because it was all about those memories. And obviously my planner continues on into January, but I'm going to leave it there. So I hope you enjoyed a little walk through my planner. I hope it maybe left you a little bit inspired to kind of get organising and planning what's going on. I would not function without my planner at this point. I always say if it's not gone in the planner, it doesn't happen. Sometimes it goes in the planner and it still doesn't happen, but if it's not gone in the planner, no chance. It's definitely not happening if it's not in the planner. So it's definitely a really useful tool for me, keeping our family and our lives in order. If you would like to see more planner type content, I would absolutely love to share more planner type content. So do let me know what you'd like to see, and I will see what I can do about that. And I will see you for another video really soon. Thanks for watching, and have a lovely day whatever you get up to.